Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? This is Jay Birdie coming at you live on Sunday night. It is Sunday, a fun day. I hope everyone's having a nice weekend. Mine's been good, except I've had the jaw. I hurt my face. I hurt my face. A face is not a good thing to hurt, but I did hurt my face. I like bumped my jaw a little bit, and so it was like swollen and bruised. And I was taking some ibuprofen, and it is feeling better, but it was kind of painful. It did not feel good for a minute. So I was in deep recovery mode because of that. I was like pushing the ibuprofen and resting and drinking a lot of fluids, and it felt better. It went down, and the bruise went away. It felt better. And yeah, the list is open. Actually, Ray, I don't have anyone on the list yet. I'm just coming on now. So if whoever guys, the list is open. I was just going to tell you that. I'm just now coming live. The list is open. Sorry, I was just You know, that's the one thing I've never been accused of lacking is the gift of gab. I will talk. So, yes, the list is open. If you would like to get a mini reading tonight, I've got my gold on. I put some gold in the hair. I use a colored product on my hair. You guys know sometimes I do silver. Sometimes every once in a while I'll do like blue, green, red. We have gold. I never wear the gold. This is the gold. Do you guys like it? Do you like the gold, my friends? Anyway, yeah, the list is open, Ray. You can get on it. It is 2222, and you'll want to send it over to the Cash App. It's $ Ray of Light Tarot. God, I'm getting hot in here. I need to turn the air down. You know, I have to tell you guys, I don't know where you're located, Ray. Obviously, you're in the United States or the North America somewhere if you're able to use Cash App. You are very fortunate. Anyone who tunes into this broadcast from around the world who's not in the United States, you're really very fortunate right now. I'm very happy to be. Yeah, and I went and looked at that after. I had put it on private for some reason. I don't know why I did that. I think it may have been accidental. I mean, there are times when I've done that with readings for a specific reason, but I don't know why I did that. So I fixed it. Sorry about that. I was like, when you mentioned it, I was like, what does she mean? Put the reading up. It should be up. And when I went and looked, it was set to private. It had the lock on it. So I don't know why, but I apologize. So I went and checked it and put it on public. So I'm in Tel Aviv, the gay capital of the world. Hey, Tel Aviv. Well, what I was going to say is, for those of you who are not in the United States of America, you're very fortunate right now because we don't talk about it a lot. It's like kind of like, I guess as Americans, it's like having a really bad family argument and it happens every 4 years. But you guys know if you're on Facebook, everywhere, and I'm not even political at all, really. Like, as far as I feel like I don't like really any of the presidential choices recently and stuff. So, but like people are getting very unpleasant to be around as we approach the election, and it feels like you almost can't avoid the unpleasantness. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, right? Like you almost can't avoid it no matter what you do. Like I really am not a political person. I'm kind of like I don't want to hear about it a lot. Not that I'm not civic minded. Yeah, I'm civic minded, but I see the propaganda so clearly from each and every side of things that I just get kind of tired of listening to people rant about things that they really only have such a small picture of. And so I don't think that I have more of a picture of it than they do. I just think it's wise to recognize how little we all know when you're not actually involved and to just kind of like turn down the volume of your emotions and not get so know-it-all about it. But for some reason during an election year, like people get intense, man. And like, it's just crazy. I was just noticing, I was looking on social media at like the posts that people are putting up right now, and it's just crazy here. It's cuckoo-headed stuff going on here. You just can't avoid it. So it's nice to try though. You have to, Anne. You really do. Like you have to, right? It's so difficult. It's really not pleasant. So thank you for the donation, Thalia. I will go ahead and do your question. And Ray, you sent yours via Cash App. I'm going to do yours as well, just after we do our little lead in here. But yeah, you kind of have to, like, you just kind of have to turn it down. Like, right. Same with my grandmother. Like, she is. she watches Fox News all the time, and I'm in North Florida. North Florida is not South Florida. This is like, it's pretty red up here. And so, like I said, not political, but obviously, look at me. I'm a gay tarot reader with funny colored hair. I don't think I'm gonna come. I don't think I'm gonna blend that well, like. And again, not a political person. I'm not really. I don't identify with either political party, but you kind of have to in some places, right, to get by. So what I would say is, it gets to a point where I'm like, I start to think to myself, am I living in an alternate reality where the only sane person is me? Because I sometimes start to feel that way. And you do have to be the and yes, the answer is yes, I am. And if you're turning down your volume or not listening to it, you are too. Because the crazy person is not you who's being affected negatively by this stuff. It's the people who are ranting and getting worked up about something that it really does not suit us to get worked up about. And the truth is, here's the truth. Nobody wants to admit this, that gets all upset about politics, but here's the truth. You're not going to be that affected by who the president is, no matter who you're for or not for. You're not likely to be that affected by it. That's the truth. I mean, Supreme Court picks, that type of thing, yes. But your life is not going to change, sweeties. I promise. Not that much. It's just, oh my God. I think especially you're right, Mahash, especially if not Trump, but Biden is the other candidate. If Biden wins by a small margin, I mean, Trump doesn't even like to talk about a peaceful transition of power, because that's like goes against his whole vision of ruling the world. So yeah, it's cuckoo, cuckoo. Amen, Ray. Amen. Okay, in fact, what I'm going to do, I am going to turn the air down, because what made me think about this was that it was hot in here. I like to turn it down a little bit before I go to bed. Anyway, okay, guys, so what we're going to do, I'm going to do Thalia MS. I am going to take your question via the super chat. I don't normally do that, but you sent above the cost, and that was considerate of you, and so I appreciate that. If anyone else would like to be added to the list, the way to get on the list is to send the payment to Cash App. It's $ Ray of Light Tarot, $ Ray of Light Tarot on Cash App. And the payment is 22.22. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll take your question. I'm going to do Ray's and then yours. But the list is open. I've got 2 on the list right now, Thalia and Ray. And it's $22.22. And we're going to have a fun little Sunday. We're going to forget about politics, because you know what? Like I said, it really doesn't matter that much to me. And it really shouldn't matter that much to you at the end of the day. It should, but it really shouldn't. Not enough to fight with people about it. Okay. So, Ray, what's your question, sweetie? What's your question, sweetie pie? What is your question? I'm using I love this deck. Oh my God. Syrian Starseed Tarot, best deck, and I haven't used it very much lately, so it feels almost like it's a new deck. It almost feels like Tarot Christmas over here, and really good messages coming through. Ray, where you at? Where you at? Okay. Can you please give me an update on Lufo's feelings? Yes. Okay. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, angels, archangels, spirit guides, ancestors. Thank you for the correct messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Need to see Lufo's true feelings in the cards, please. Energy is an amazing thing, and like I think it was you, Ray, that said what you really need to do first and foremost is to protect your own energy. Put yourself first, your needs, your energy, protecting your energy, and also preserving it, recouping it. That's just as important as protecting it. Okay, I can see that there were 3 of these, there were 4 of these for you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the Divine Justice card is here in the current energy. So there's a lot happening that has to do with karma. There's a lot of karmic energy. Now, don't get worried if you're someone who's into like labels. That doesn't mean that this is a karmic soulmate. It just means to me that a lot of what's happening in this connection is karma. It's built up karma, and it's probably good because the card is upright. Usually in the upright position, the Divine Justice card is a good card. It sort of foretells of good things coming. And the other cards are they feel that way as well. This is, and I will say, this may be a karmic soulmate because you also have the Six of Chalices. This cup is definitely a soulmate card. It usually is a card of reunion as well. You've also got the Seven of Orbs here. There was some kind of failure to see the truth or failure to acknowledge the truth that has kept this thing from coming into a good place. But it's going to, nonetheless, may require some patience with the Seven of Crystals. That's like the Seven of Pentacles, and this does, to me, suggest that there's a need for patience. You can see this person is sort of, it always feels like they're having a picnic with crystals. I know that's not what they're doing, but just from like a child's point of view, if you're looking at the cards like a 5-year-old, that's what it would look like. What this suggests to me, though, is for you in this relationship is Lufo. What Lufo's doing is going through a period of recognizing things that maybe Lufo was not really willing to admit or recognize before. So what was maybe, I don't think it was unclear before, but there was maybe a lack of willingness to express. Through this period of kind of being forced to see things much more clearly. And on your end, there's been a sort of forced patience, right? You kind of had to be patient and kind of wait for your number to come. From your perspective, that can be a little frustrating, right? But with the Six of Chalices here, indicating, the thing about the Six of Chalices, it doesn't just indicate potential reunion or a soulmate connection. What it really indicates is something that's going to have many cycles, not just one, not just two, but many. And so from your perspective, what you need to understand about this connection is automatically, no matter where you are in a connect, like when I get this card or the tarot counterpart, which would be the Six of Cups, almost automatically, I know that no matter where you are or what you're experiencing with this person, that their feelings for you are genuine and that they are love, feelings that are authentic. Okay, I know that from the way the card feels and these other cards here as well. I also know that they want to have a feeling of resolution with you, whether they're showing that to you or not. This Justice card it's a desire for resolution, and there's a lot of reflection. Are you guys in separation? There's a lot of reflection energy. Literally, the card here is the reflection card, right? That's the Hermit card, is what it is. But when I looked at the reflection card, and I looked at the rest of the deck, I was thinking, well, there's actually a lot of reflective energy in this. There's a lot of like looking back at the connection, looking over time and wondering what it was for, what is it for, what can it be for? No, but we are friends in contact. Okay, well, that makes sense too. That really does, because like I said, there's just a lot of energy of sort of reflecting over the connection. Like this feels like someone who's really trying to decide, do I want this person, do I wish this person was here with me? Do I want this person in my life in a very real and tangible way, or do I want to keep going on the way I have been? Anyway, this would be, if we were looking at a traditional tarot deck, this would be the Hermit card, which is a major arcana. And this deck, it is called Reflection. And so it's more, it's the same card. I get the same energy from it. But like I said, it also, because of the name being different, it takes you right to that place that there's someone in a situation here where what they desire feels far from them right now. So if you're friends in communication, that's not what Lufo desires from you. This person desires more than friendship from you, or there wouldn't be this reflection card. Feeling isolated, feeling in a cave feeling cut off from you. Well, if you were friends and that was all you were meant to be, then you wouldn't see this card with all of its longing coming out, right? So there's definitely a lot of energy with that card, and with the Six of Chalices, there's a lot of loving and longing energy. I'm not sure if this person is going to tell you what you want to hear today, but I know that they're feeling a lot and experiencing a lot. And what I would advise you to do, be very honest with yourself. You know, you don't have to be on the nose about it, but be very honest with yourself. And also be very patient, okay? The messages from the Seven of Orbs and the Seven of Pentacles or crystals, when I look at them as guidance cards for you, Ray, are don't deceive yourself, right? And don't rush this. Let this thing work itself out all in good time. Okay, so be patient with yourself, be patient with the connection, and don't be deceptive. So whatever, if you're telling yourself things about this connection that aren't true, that's not healthy either, but there is a lot of love here, and there's a longing for it to be more than what it is right now. That much is clear. So I can tell you those two things for sure. There's a strong, genuine affection and a longing, especially in this reflection card, for this to be more than it is right now. And that divine justice card also, it feels like a desire to have justice in this connection. And right now, that would mean you don't have it. Lufo doesn't have it. If Lufo is desiring to have that, it's missing, right? Okay. Okay. So interesting cards. Interesting the way that came out, Ray. Okay, Thalia, let me find your question. You are most welcome. Sorry. Guys, the list is open if you would like to get added to the list to get a mini reading. It's $22.22. You can send it over to the Cash App. It's $RayofLightTarot. I just have one more person, and then if nobody else needs a reading, I'm going to hang it up for the night. I was having trouble tonight with my... It's been a slow night. I think a lot of people are doing other things this weekend. I've been busy doing readings, but today has been a slow day. I had the Twin Soul class, and I basically shouldn't even have had the class. Nobody could come. And then tonight, we've only had, what, 2 readings so far? So, slow night tonight, which is cool. I don't mind it. So, I can't find your question, though. Hang on. You might have to... Oh, there it is. Libra here. Love coming in for me, looking for DM soulmate. Okay, Thalia. What is the guidance for Thalia? Remember, if you are in a place where you're either in separation from a soulmate or you're trying to welcome Canada, we love Canada up in here. Remember, if you are in a place where you're either in separation, Thalia, or where you're trying to welcome in a soulmate or divine masculine energy, it's important that that you acknowledge the blessings in your life. You're at a place of 5 of Chalices energy currently. And that can be a crossroads, but it's also just a place where, we all go through this. I had to do that when I was telling you guys, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about it earlier, about the pain I was having in my jaw. I kind of had to do that mind over matter, and it's the same thing with this. The 5 of Chalices is about choosing, okay? Choosing to sort of ignore the bad and focus in on the good. And it's not easy to do that, right? Especially when you're at a place where there's 3 bads and only 2 goods, like where you feel outnumbered. But that's all the more reason why you have to choose to focus on what remains. We can't focus on those glasses that have been spilled. We have to focus on the glasses that are upright, that are pristine, that are still waiting for us to reach out and find out what's inside them, right? And so make sure that you're choosing the right thing here, because that's going to help you to be able to welcome in whatever is for you, right? You have the transition card. That's the first card that came out for you. That's a major arcana card. This is really like the strength card. It's about sort of your energies balancing, your light body, and going through shadow work at the same time. Now, this can also be looked at, obviously, as sort of like a star type energy, because I think of the star card as very much a transition energy. What I want you to do, though, with this transition card, for you, what this is about, similar to the Five of Cups, but even more than focusing on the positive, this is like about aligning your chakras, okay? I don't know if that's something you're familiar with or a term that you've ever thought much about, but if it's not, I would say really look into aligning your chakras. And if you don't want to go down that road, at least look into what makes you feel balanced as a human being. What makes your life feel like things are in line and you're balanced and you're taking good care of yourself, mind, body, spirit, and then within that body, really trying to keep yourself in a good place. Okay? That's very important for you at this time when we talk about what is necessary to welcome in a divine masculine energy. Okay? That's good. Now, the Seven of Chalices also came out, and this is a great card. It really is. I know a lot of times people think of the Seven of Cups, because that's what this compares to, as sort of a card of like some sort of confusion or overwhelming options or energies. That's not what this is here. This is actually a beautiful card, and it does, to me, suggest good things coming for you. Because what it says is, although your experience in this specific deck, right, we're talking about this deck, although the experiences you've had up till now have not fulfilled you to the extent that you would have liked them to, or to the extent that they would classify maybe as a divine counterpart, at least in union, they have been leading you to that, and you should be able to look back. This card reflects the fact that you should be able to look back over your experiences, having seen the lessons learned from each one and how they are taking you on that path without question. You should be able to do that without question, and that's a good and important thing to be able to do to keep it, right, moving forward. There's also been gifts for you, I think, along the way from each of those experiences that even when they feel karmic, you still have been able to kind of look at the positive side of them and welcome in the lessons, okay? The Five of Crystals and the Nine of Orbs suggest that it's really important right now. I don't know what's been going on with you, but this is going to go a little deep. I think you are having a little bit of a struggle in recognizing what remains, because there may be something in your life that left and it felt like it. I think what's happening here is, when I was talking to you about the Five Cups, the two that are standing, you may not recognize them as upright cups in your life. So I'm here telling you to focus on the two cups that are standing. And from your perspective, you may see all five cups as knocked over right now. And that's not actually the case. So you need to understand that all five cups are not knocked over, even if it may feel that way to you right now. And I know how that feels. I understand that deception and delusion. And it can feel at times like, well, what's left? What remains here? What is the silver lining? Because this Five of Pentacles or Five of Crystals can feel very lonely and like sort of that left out in the cold energy, right? And then the Nine of Orbs, this is like feeling the weight, the pressure, right? The overthinking that can happen. So there's a lot of, right now for you, it's a personal, even though what you're feeling, it's manifesting to you mostly as a longing to feel complete with that masculine energy. But what's actually happening for you spiritually is you've got to get yourself aligned here and go through this transition that's going to really allow you to feel more open. Right now, even though you're longing for it, you're not open to it because you've got a lot of, there's some heaviness here with these energies that it's really, I think, unfortunately does block us from our true self. And when we're blocked from our true self, we're also blocked from our divine partner, right? So keep that in mind, that's sort of what's going on here. I know that's weird, that sounds kind of strange, but that's exactly what's happening. It's very clear. What I would also say is, don't be afraid to pray. I don't know why that's coming through right now, but I can tell you, I remember one time, I was raised Catholic, Okay, guys, I was raised Catholic, and I remember one time about 10 or 12 years ago, I had a really heavy situation in my life, and I remember somebody like gave me a rosary, and I was like, oh, I know how to pray the rosary. So I started praying the rosary every day about this situation, and it did not only did the situation not work out the way I wanted it to, it worked out the exact opposite of what I was praying for it to, and it was really painful. And it wasn't something as silly as a breakup. And you know, I do love stuff. So if I'm calling a breakup silly, this was a painful experience, what happened in my life. And it was a long one. And I know that after that, I think I definitely had post-traumatic stress disorder, and I became afraid to pray because I felt like my prayers were answered in a way, but they were answered in such a way that was so in opposition to what I wanted or the way I wanted it to happen that I became afraid to pray. There's some reason that's coming through to share that with you, not to become afraid to pray, because I understand now that that was really just me. It was sort of a cop out of me not wanting to deal with the hard way sometimes. And sometimes we're just not ready to deal with things the hard way, right? But for some reason it's coming through right now to really tell you, don't be afraid to pray. I understand the sentiment at times, but don't be afraid to command what is yours. And it's not so much prayer where you're asking. Pray more in the commanding and in the saying thank you before you receive it. Be grateful as if what you're asking for is already here. That's the way to pray. So then you're not afraid to pray, okay? And that's a commanding prayer. Gratitude is a commanding prayer because you're not begging or asking. You're taking responsibility, but you're also acknowledging that there's a cooperation there, because you wouldn't show gratitude if it was all done on your own. So by showing gratitude, you're acknowledging the cooperation, the transactional nature of prayer, but you're also taking responsibility for your part in it. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's coming through really strong for you to do that as you move forward in trying to, welcome in that energy. Okay? All right, I think we're done. I think that's it. Did anybody else purchase a reading? I didn't see anything else come through. Rebecca is here. What's up? Yeah, the list is open. I'm leaving, though, if nobody else wants a reading. Does anybody else want a reading? Who wants a reading? Going once, going twice. It's 22:22, and the list is open. But I was waiting. Say hi. Sorry, I missed it. No, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, go ahead and send over. We're using just Cash App tonight. I opened the PayPal, but only before I come on, like before the actual broadcast starts. You can send your payment via Cash App if you would like to get on the list to receive a reading. The reading list is open, and you will be first on the list because there is no one else. But I'm only going to wait for a sec because I do. Well, I don't have anything to do, actually. I was going to say I do have it, and then I was like, actually, no. I have a reading at midnight, so I don't have anything to rush off to. So does anybody want a mini reading? Thanks, Rebecca. Thank you, sweetie. I think Lynette was going to get one. She's probably doing that right now, so I will hang out with you guys. How's everybody's weekend going? Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Yep, got it, Lynette. You are good to go. How's everybody's weekend going? Everybody having a nice weekend? Got it. Well, it says... Wait a minute, let me make sure. I'm using... long story. Is a long story. Hang on one sec. Do things with one phone while I'm on another. So, I apologize, guys. Okay, Lynette. Lynette. I got your payment, Lynette. What is your question, Lynette? Happy birthday. Wow, okay, congratulations, happy birthday. 21 is a big birthday. That's a happy birthday and a congratulations. Remember, if you would like to get a personal reading, I do them discounted for Libra birthdays right now. If you have a Libra birthday, anyone, It's $25 off the original price. Just want to mention that. Hope you have a great 21st. Don't drink too much. I don't know about you, but by the time I was 21, the good thing about about being someone who dabbled in substances way too much at an early age was by the time I was 21, you didn't have to worry about me going out and getting drunk and having a bad hangover because I already knew how to handle all that, you know? Oh, you were lying. She's turning 30. I like it though, 21. Nice. Maybe you feel 21. I don't even know what to say about a 30th birthday. Try not to be suicidal. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't suicidal at 30. It was a long time ago though. I remember it. Okay. Why don't you ask a question, Lynette? Do you want to ask us like a specific question? Turning 21 for the 9th time. I mean, really, do you ever really age after about 25? I think that's where your brain starts to recede instead of grow. All right, let's see how the 30s are going to go for Lynette. And the list is open. If anyone else wants to get on the list, do it now so that if you want to get on there, I know. And if not, I will wrap it up when we're done. Hey, Jane, nice to see you. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hugs. What has everybody been doing this Sunday? Okay, there they are. Okay, so that's in reverse. Interesting. Carving pumpkins. Nice, nice. Thanksgiving. Oh, it's Thanksgiving in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving, Canadians. Giving thanks is always a good idea. All right, so really interesting stuff right here, Lynette. Really interesting stuff. I'm glad you decided to get a reading last minute because this is really interesting stuff. So yeah, the list is open, guys. Nobody's on the list. We're just chilling. If you need to get a reading, send it over. It's 2222, and I will get you on after this reading. But this is a birthday reading for Lynette, and this is awesome. So you've got the Four of Orbs. This represents, now this is what's interesting about sort of your question, because you were like, what are the 30s going to be like? This represents healing. And I mean, we're talking like profound healing that usually takes place over a period of time. And I feel like what's also, so this is probably going to happen over the course of your 30s. And here's what's exciting. You've got the Chariot in reverse, and then you've got the Alchemy card upright. At first, I wasn't understanding why the Chariot card is in reverse, representing potentially a large period of time, but it really is beautiful. You're embarking on a period of your life where the synergy is going to feel really good to you. And so it's not that you're not moving forward, but you're actually going to be we never stand still. We never really, there's no such thing as stagnation, because even when we feel like we're stagnating, the world keeps moving around us and things keep changing. But what this represents is there's an energy coming into your life, a divine alchemy that's going to feel really synergistic and really good to you, Lynette. And it's going to be a place that you want to stay for a while. It's going to be somewhere that feels right to you. There's a lot of healing coming in right now directly. You need to spend some time in open spaces like this, you know, like you in the ocean or in a field, right? At the top of a hill where you can look down, or a mountain. Something about the vast openness is going to bring you closer to a clarity that you need to find really this year, like in the next few months. And this divine alchemy that's coming in, it's not that your forward movement's going to stop, it's that your need to push ahead in life that need is going to slow down a little bit, because you're going to find something that's really fulfilling to you. This could be a relationship that takes off really, really quickly, or it could be something It could be more than one thing. It feels like it's something that's very, it was looking like a peach to me, and it was growing from the inside. I was seeing something that felt very, it felt like new life. And when I see things like that, that's usually representative of something that's, I mean, it's usually representative of the beginnings of something really exciting and long lasting, a relationship, a business venture, a new, it's something big. And the fact that it's represented by divine alchemy, that's all of the elements in your life working together at the perfect time to create the perfect thing. It doesn't surprise me that in your 30s this kind of thing would be happening. What surprises me is the amount of peacefulness that I feel coming in, and it feels really good. The only way I can relate to this, because I haven't gotten this much in my life yet, the only way I can kind of relate to this is that twin soul feeling of home that you feel when you meet your twin soul, even if you're not there in union yet. You guys who are twin souls, you know this. You know that feeling of home you get from your twin soul, that where you just sort of are like, oh, okay, now I can just be. Like now things are gonna, now it can just start to work. It's that. It feels like that for you, Lynette. Just very peaceful, very like, oh, this is supposed to feel like. This is real life. This is what this is supposed to feel like. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what was missing. I just like this energy for you. But remember where it all starts is in the healing of the Four of Orbs, or the Four of Swords. And that all comes from this intense, just sort of connection with yourself. And so part of this, it is a little bit of a cop out, I have to say, because part of this is coming, it's coming from you connecting to what you truly desire. Because guys, we can't find home until we know what it is we want. You can't find your home and who that person is and what that thing is and what that place is until you know what's missing, right? So you have to kind of know what's missing or where you're headed or what you're looking for in order to find it. But also, once you've sort of connected to yourself enough to know, it comes in so quick. It's so crazy how that works. It's that, again, guys, everything in life is transactional. Everything in life is transactional, okay? And so what I mean by that is requires cooperation. You can't do it alone, and God can't do it without you. You can't do it alone, and God can't do it without you. You have to cooperate. Goddess, source, I don't care the names for things. I'm not a big labels person. Call it what you want. The love source from which you came cannot give you what you need without you cooperating with it to receive it. And also, you can't receive it without cooperating with it in gratitude to receive it. It all works together. Same with this thing that's coming in for you, Lynette, that feels like home, that feels peaceful, that feels good. It can't start to come in until you find what peace feels like, truly, which comes from healing. And you are healing right now. You're getting glimpses of it already. You're in the process of doing that, right? But there's a finishing off process, obviously, that has to come from that. But this feels so good. This especially feels good. The Chariot in reverse feels good because it's like it felt like getting off the hamster wheel for a minute. And what it is, I think, for you is you're never going to get on that. It's a feeling. This card wasn't a good card. When it came into reverse here, it was because it was a bad card, because it represented this need, this drive that's not actually bringing you what you truly desire. So there's a big shift, a paradigm shift in your awareness, like of what matters, what's important, and what you're really chasing. And once you recognize that and have that paradigm shift that's already begun for you now, so I know this is going to feel really good to you, it happens like that. And then everything becomes very easy. There's nothing to chase because it all comes from within. This is a really beautiful reading. There's something really blossoming in your life this decade specifically that's going to be so fulfilling. It's going to be a decade of major growth, but not a lot of chasing after to get it. So that sounds good to me. Yeah, sign me up too, please. Sign me up for that too. I'll take it. Oh, suspense. I hope it's awesome. I do feel I'm evolving. I love the ocean, the green up. Yes. Brooklyn now. Yes, love Brooklyn. Concrete jungle. Nice. That's funny you keep on saying home. I've been longing for a sense of home for a while now. Not a place, but a feeling. Yeah, home is definitely not a place. It is definitely a feeling. It definitely is. That is so true. Well, you are going to have it, my friend. I'm really happy for you. This looks really good. So, do you feel it as twins when we first come together? We feel that feeling them separate and then are searching. I don't know. I don't think so. Because I think when we come in, oh, when we first come together. Yes, I think we do. I think when we first come together, that's what it is. It's that, oh, like, it just, and it's not a moment, but it's in that time they call the bubble period where you're just like, you know, that synergy you have with the twin soul, and it's just very much like they're this friend slash beautiful spirit in your life slash family member slash every box you could check person that just, you just want to share everything with, and then that moment passes because things, the depth gets, the depth is very vast and it's scary pretty quickly too. But yeah, I think that's what it is. I thought at first you were saying the moment we come into the world, do we feel the separation? No, I don't think that's what, I think, yeah, we come in, but I think whether you're a twin or not, you come in feeling the separation. I think the difference is, as a twin soul, the only way back to source is through the separation with your twin. That's what brings you back to source. For other people, maybe what brings them back to source is just being brought back to source, right? I think that's part of the deal, is you had to find the twin to start to get back to source like you need to, if you are a twin. Maybe, baby. Anyway, guys, did anyone else need to get a reading tonight? If not, I'm going to go. Yeah, I hope you have a great one too. Happy birthday, Libras. Guys, it's going to be a good season, Libras. It's going to be good. I promise to God. Thank you. You too, Anne. Thanks for being here, guys. I love you guys. I wish you a happy birthday, Lynette. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. And that is it. Hint of Sage. I'm doing for pay readings tonight, but I'll do some freebies sometime soon. I'm too tired. I'm sorry. Bye, guys.